10 of the most extraordinary homes in the world. Home is where art is. Today we share with you 10 of the most extraordinary homes. Number 2 will blow your mind. But before we do, tap the subscribe button. If you haven't, you're missing out big time. And as usual, one random person who comments on this video will be rewarded. Now, let's begin, shall we? 10. Casa Caracol, the Seashell House, Mexico. Casa Caracol is one of the most artistically constructed houses in the world. This dreamy house has been gorgeously handcrafted with whimsical details brought to life by true artistic talent. The Seashell House is one of a kind. The interior feels like you are living in a glamping version of a cave, yet outside it feels like the White Houses of Santorini. On the riveting Mexican island in the Caribbean Sea lies a unique home in Isla Mujeres. This island is adored for its stunning sandy beaches and snorkel park. The Seashell House is in a gated community capturing the best of views of the Caribbean Sea. Designer Eduardo Ocampo was heavily influenced by mountains of seashells that he saw all around the island, and that's exactly what he wanted for his house. It would be his vacation home. The house is rounded on the inside with a spiral staircase. Inside the shell, the door is the mouth of the shell, and the windows form the shells. The small rounded shell features a king-size bed, private bathroom area with detailed elements made from the shells and tile. It feels holistic. The taller shell is made up of a sitting area, bathroom, and kitchenette on the ground floor. Upstairs is made up of the master bedroom with a balcony bragging with striking views of the pool and the Caribbean Sea. 9. Piano House, China. This is the most beautiful building for architecture and music lovers. It's in Huainan, Anhui Province, China. Locals here call it the most romantic building in China. Newlyweds love it as their photo background. This artistic, beautiful house was built in 2007 as a showroom by students from the Hefei University of Technology, collaborating with the Hunan Decoration Project. It's a giant piano and violin-shaped building designed entirely with transparent and black glass. The transparent violin building has the escalators and staircases that connects the floors of the piano building. The piano building houses numerous development plans for newly developed areas that the government hopes to attract residents and tourists. This would in turn pump the economy of the city. The lower floor of the piano houses 2 concert halls that musicians and local college students can practice from. The popularity of this unbelievable building has blown out of proportion. Do you know that this piano house has been built at a scale of 50:1? 8. Boeing 727 House, USA. House hunting is the next difficult task after job hunting. This actually led to a lady purchasing a plane to transform it into her house. This is the story of Joanne Ussery from Benoit, Mississippi. She purchased a $2,000 Boeing 727 plane's hull. From there, her house transformation journey began. She spent $25,000 in refurbishing. Her plain house is a 3-bedroom with a spacious living area, kitchen, and laundry area. A master bathroom dazzled with a jacuzzi bath in the cockpit. How cool is that? Equipped with electricity and hot running water. This 42-meter-long plain house is the best home she knows. Her friends have found the best place to party, though there are no flight attendants to serve drinks. She's among other plain house owners that love their unbelievable cool homes. Revamping all these old planes and turning them to real estate should be a wave now. Engineer Bruce Campbell also purchased a plane hull, Boeing 727, and is transforming it into a house. Human imagination is profound, and such achievements should be cheered upon. The artistic impressions and ideals people have is impressive. Maybe your new retirement plan could be this. What do you think? 7. Upside Down House, Poland. When it's up, but it's upside down. That's confusing, right? It's rare walking down the street and seeing a house flipped at 180 degrees. The roof is stuck on the ground and the earth and foundations are stuck as the roof. It's bizarre. These houses are weird, but they are the most creative ideas in home design. The first upside-down house in Europe is in Szymanbark, Poland. It was designed by Daniel Sipecki as a political statement to the communist regime. Sitting on the foot of a mountain, this house speaks to the emotions of people, symbolizing the uncertainty of life. It's fully furnished just like any other home. Fun fact, it took longer to build this house because the construction workers kept on being disoriented, having to stop to gather back to reality. It's not only upside down, but it's tilted, hence not comfortable or reliable. This was well thought out for sure. Visitors get in through the attic windows, then stroll through the house on the ceiling. It has elements of old vintage time, like television, etc. There are a couple of upside-down houses all over the world now. Most of them are tourist attractions and museums. They're very amusing. They do cause dizziness, so next time you enter one of them, carry some medicine to help you. 6. Volkswagen Beetle House, Austria. When someone loves a car, they name it. Buy it crazy expensive accessories, cruise it around. It's their baby. Marcus Volkswagen doesn't do this. Volkswagen loves the Beetle so much that it inspired the shape of his home. He shelled out a whopping $1,140,084 to create a 3-story home inspired by the original Beetle, produced by Porsche in 1935. It's located in Salzburg, Austria, next to a nature preserve. Volkswagen Auto Residence stands out among other residences. Volkswagen bought a traditional suburban house and wanted to redo it. He got the approvals and built it according to code. This design is energy efficient. It has tight insulation, shading, natural lighting, and ample ventilation. It has separate dwelling areas for parents and children by closing off former openings. Volkswagen residence has a sturdy concrete foundation and pine wood. At night, the lights emanating from the 2 second-story bedrooms make it look like the headlights of the Beetle. The bathroom window looks like the fuel cap. He partnered with Daniel Porsche to create a restaurant of the same shape. The restaurant accommodates 300 bar seats and 350 on the terraces. This would be an unbelievable place to wine and dine. For Beetle lovers out there, I sure hope you visit this place. 5. Nautilus House, Mexico. A home integrated with nature has become a must for many people. A young family wanted this, and Javier Senosian, a Mexican architect profound for bioarchitecture, made their dreams come true. Senosian says the Nautilus house is maintenance-free and earthquake-proof. You have to be envious of what this family has. The house has rounded natural curves. The interior is full of spirals, circles, and organically shaped rooms and elements that are tied down holistically. It has hundreds of stained glass windows, rainbow colored, making up the ceilings and walls. When light is cast on these glasses, it casts multicolored light spots on the wall. The grass carpet is phenomenal. It leads guests through stone paths to desirable parts of the house. The bathroom is stunning. It makes one feel like they are underwater because of the sandy walls, overhead windows, and blue tiles. These organic works are inspired by the sea taking the form of a nautilus shell. The house draws you in from the outside. This house smells of artistic freedom and intrinsic attention to detail. This house perfectly demonstrates the making of human abodes by utilizing nature design. 4. Hobbit, Poland. Would you love to live in a small grass-covered home? Well, if you do, then you better watch this to get your ideas on your next home. This house is tucked under the earth. It's affordable, cozy, rustic, and eco-friendly. This Hobbit house is magical. It's different. Bogdan Pogowski, a self-builder, designed and constructed his 484 square foot Hobbit home after years of trial and error. Habitawa has a living room, 2 bedrooms, and a bathroom. Bogdan used round wood from willow trees, clay for plastering the interior, lime for plastering the exterior, and cobstones as infrastructure. This house is off the grid. It's self-sufficient with its own water well, sewerage system, and photovoltaic panels for electricity. The large open-plan living area has cordwood flooring and an amazing open fireplace. The kitchenette shares the fireplace chimney as it has a traditional wood-burning stove. I'm picturing having hot cocoa over here. 3. Cube House Rotterdam. Cube homes are iconic attractions. They're the city's eye-catching developments. Piet Blom, a Dutch architect, designed this residential development literally as cubes. They're 45-degree tilted homes. The building behaves unlike anything else in the world. They're designed asymmetrically to resemble an abstract forest. The triangular roof imitates a treetop. The cube houses are constructed on concrete pillars with wood framing. They stand 3 floors tall, with the ground floor as the entrance. First floor is the kitchen and living area, and second floor is 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. Once inside the cube house, you get used to the slanted walls, and going up to the top floors, you have to mind your head. One resident turned his cube house to a museum. This opportunity gave curious visitors a chance to quench their disbelief in a fully furnished cube house. People can learn from the struggles of fitting new furniture since there are no straight walls. Fun fact, they form a pedestrian bridge across the busiest roads in the city center. 2. Haynes Shoe House, Pennsylvania. This is a shoe-shaped house located in Helena Township, Pennsylvania, USA. It's an American roadside mimetic architecture. Milan Haynes, a successful shoe salesman, gave one of his work boots to an architect and told him to build him a house like the shoe. That's crazy, right? Anyway, the house was built to a height of 7.6 meters in 1949. It's made of stucco-covered timber frame and stained glass windows. The toe part of the shoe house is the living room. The heel is the kitchen. 2 of the bedrooms are on the ankle, and an ice cream shop is on the instep. Haynes lived in the house after it was completed. He then moved and made it available as a vacation spot. After Haynes' death, the house was passed down to his employees, who then sold it. The new owners continue selling ice cream to anyone that would buy. The house has undergone several renovations, but it's still used as an ice cream shop and has delicious treats for customers. They say if you want everyone to love you, sell ice cream. So you have to love this shoe house. It's unbelievable and adorable. 1. House on Rock, Serbia. When you are done with the world and just want to disappear from everyone and everything, where do you go? This house has the answer you need. It's surrounded by nothing but water and the rock that supports it. The nature around it is completely intact. Its door opens up to the wild Emerald River. Its windows view at the green, dense virgin forest. In the middle of Drina River, on a small protruding rock, lies this unbelievably lonely house. The house is amazing. Since people first discovered it, it hasn't stopped intriguing them. I bet you're wondering how it was built. Well, I have an interesting story. So, in the summer of 1968, a group of friends decided to stop on a nearby rock as they waited for the unrelenting waves of the Drina River to calm. They laid down on the lonely rock enjoying the sun, but the rock was rugged and uncomfortable. So they swam to the shore, bringing back wooden boards that they could rest on. They arranged these wooden rocks to shelter them from the sun. Alas, the idea was born. They needed to do better than wooden boards. The next summer, they were motivated and built the first house, transporting materials by water and boat. But the house was swept away a year later. A new house was built in its place, only to be swept away too. Since then, the relentless Drina River has swept 6 of these houses. Each time, a new group of friends built stronger houses, but they kept being washed away. The current standing one was built in 2011. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon for more content.